Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hopefully, everybody is doing great. Happy Thursday night. Happy Thursday night. Yes. Yes, we are Thursday night. I know some of you probably going to be watching the replay because we've been doing mostly Fridays, and I had to move it to Thursday since a little while. And yeah, it's kind of a challenge to bring back everybody live on Thursday night. But hey, it is what it is. My goal is to help at least one person tonight. So if I did it, I'm happy. I'm not doing this for clothes or for anything else except for the fact that I really want to help you guys. Okay. So first thing first, what's the concept of the show? Concept is pretty simple. We're gonna crack up a beer. We're gonna enjoy some times together. We're gonna discuss forex, and we're gonna discuss about winning and losing trades that we took during the week. And if you have any question whatsoever, you ask, and you don't be shy. Okay, don't be shy. The goal is to help you. Once again, let's crack up this little beer. First thing first, and if you don't have a drink with you, run to the kitchen, go grab one. And we're gonna do the official cheers in just a second, and we're gonna get going. Let's go. So here is a nice New England IPA, 8%. Is it 8% that one? 6%. Oh, that's a soft one. All right, so let's go. Let me know. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys, as you come in. Like I said, like a couple months ago, I took a huge break from YouTube, and since then, the algorithm kind of shut me down. So it's a hustle to bring it back. Because for the people that have been following for a while, you know that we had like hundreds of people live, thousands of views, 10,000, I think. Once of the most watched one, which is nothing crazy, but I mean, we had we had way more people, so we need to bring those back. But again, the goal is to help one person per night. Okay, so guys, once again, cheers. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's start with. Oops, let me first. Let's switch this camera right here. Here we go. All right, rock and roll, baby. Okay, so first thing first, let's start with GJ. Okay, so we're gonna start with GJ. We have two trades on GJ. My gosh, I'm actually gonna have to go mark that one down from today. Anyways, let's start with the first one. So the H4 dogtail setup. Okay, so really simple. This is something I do. I've been doing for like almost 2 years, 3 years. I'm using this setup now. It's been working well, so I'm just like, when it happens, I just use it. Okay. And thank God I did this week, because this gonna be saving my stupid mistake from my trade on USD that we will discuss in just a second. Okay. So the H4 dogtail setup is really simple. It's basically based on the H4 time frame, obviously. Okay, so let me bring the arrow here to make it super simple. For people that have not been following for a while, maybe you never heard about it, so I'm gonna explain it. It's very simple. Why I call it the dogtail setup is just a cute way to call it, honestly, just to go with the concept, dogs, and yeah, nothing fancy. So very simple. Here is the 9 a.m. Can I zoom it a little bit more? Maybe it's gonna get more clean. There we go. Perfect. So as you know, I establish here this yellow box. This yellow box is my daily golden zone. The daily golden zone is the fib level between the 50 and the 618. This is where I usually get a reaction for price to react and go to the upside, okay, or the opposite side, basically. Okay, it's just I don't trade base out of that. I use that as extra confirmation or a way to identify my area of interest. But yeah, we're going to discuss that in a second. But here, the H4 dogtail setup, what it is. At 9 a.m., I wait for this new candle. I'm going to, in this case, we're coming down, and I know we need a pullback inside that box before going back up, minimum, okay? Minimum, we need that. So what I did is I waited for the wick to be formed, and I use, usually I place my stop above the wick. In this case, I think it was like, yeah, 15.8 exactly. 15.8. Usually I use a fixed 15 pip stop loss, but I guess it went a little faster. But it ending up being a 15.8 pip stop loss. And I usually go for a 1-to-1 or a 1.5 or 2-to-1 because it's a quick in and out on that one. Okay. So basically I wait for the tail to be formed. Once it's done, When the tail of the dog is formed, the dog start running, and when the nose of the dog pass that wick, boom, this is where I trigger my entry, and I let it go. Okay, I let it go usually for either, like I said, a 1-to-1, 1.5, or 2-to-2, depending on the trend, depending on where we're at on the chart. There's a couple different reason why I will let it go or like exit right away. Okay, in this case, I was able to secure 80%, if I'm not wrong, at 25 pips. I'm gonna have to go check, but somewhere around there. I don't want to say anything stupid. And I closed everything before that. This was my ultimate goal. I did close, I think it was like at 29-ish pip, my full position. So it was a pretty good trade. It was quick in and out. And yeah, that's it. Yes, it's too bad I didn't let it go, because man, it would have been like a massive trade, man. Can you imagine? Ooh, sheesh. That would have been like a 12-to-1 or 13-to-1. That's crazy. But hey, I was just looking for that. Let's see here. I think we got a comment question. Hey, hey, big guy, it's Jay from the group. Told you I'll make it. Oh, thanks, man. Nice to see you. Welcome. This is people from Alex Chat, where I got the swing approach. Yeah, because I've been mostly scalping for the past like 5-6 years. I've started to swing recently after taking Alex bootcamp a year ago. When was it? Man, time pass by so fast that I sometimes just lose track. But anyways, hey, let's focus. Yeah, I'm ADHD, right? So sometimes I lose track. So okay, so here is the other trade in the exact same idea. Okay, today that saved my USD CHF stupidity that we're gonna discuss right after that. Okay, and for the people that was in Alex chat, yes, this is the trade I showed you. I'll show you exactly, but let me just jump in on my MT4 very quickly because I want to get my entry on GJ. Give me one sec here. Okay, so GJ entry was at 184.153. Okay, hold on. 184. What was it? 184.153. Somewhere right here. Okay, perfect. Stop loss was 184.346. 184.346. Something like that. So, all right. So it was like kind of 50. It was, what is it? 184. Actually, I think if we right click here, let's put it exact. Entry price is 184.153. Let's do this. I just discovered that recently. Profit, who cares? Because it was a scalp. So, and stop loss was 184. No, sorry, 183.348. 183.348. Oh shit, that was my break even. Okay. Do I have the original stop loss? Fuck, I don't have the original stop loss on this. Oh yeah, 184.346. No, this has to be the original stop loss. Sorry guys for the confusion. 1 second. Stop loss here. 184.346. That makes more sense. There we go. Perfect. That makes more sense. Okay. So I guess it was like a 19 pips stop loss on this one. And this one we exited 90% at 183.348. Does that make sense? TP, yeah, 183.348. 183.348. Where is it? What? Oh, that was the TP I put like, okay, where was the exit? I want to see the exit. Dude, it's so confusing on this. Price, profit. Where the fucking exit price? Oh, right here. 183,993. Okay, 183,993. Finding juice. Sorry, guys, I've never been so complicated. There we go. Kind of right here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Man, whew, that was hard. Okay, so this was the exactly same thing. Okay, so same thing right here. H4 dog tail setup. We waited for the tail to be formed. So once the tail is formed, I wait for price to come down, break the low. I was a little late on the entry, plus I got spread, obviously. But this one I was a little late, so my entry ending up right here. Placed up above, went for basically a 1-to-1. Actually, this one was a little less than a 1-to-1. My partial TP with my magic key was set up at 18 pips. But with the spread and everything, it got triggered around 16. I actually filmed it on my Instagram. You'll see price closed with my magic key. You'll see exactly when it got closed. And I actually showed that it closed 90%. Okay. So, and I let the rest run for a little bit. I closed the second position, not the second position, but the runner, like around like 23 pips, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, so quick sample, 1-to-1 basically. This one would be like a little bit more than 1-to-1. I don't know what happened with my stop here. I kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. So yeah, so quick 1% there, 1% there. So maybe ending up a little less than 1% on this one. Probably like, well, actually the runner went a little further. So probably around 1%. I need to do the math, but so yeah, so 1% there, 1% there. So it was 2% up. Great, but I did fucked up on USD CHF, and we're gonna discuss that right now. Before we move ahead, let's see if we have any questions here. Should watch the MT5 terminal, Sasha? I can't. I don't have MT5. I only have MT4. But if you want, check my Instagram. Everything's in there. I show when I close my position, and that's it. Here we go. Let's go here. It's can also, who's Jelly? Jelly? Can you show me your underwear, please? You know, it's kind of the same question. What the fuck is wrong with people? So here, okay, so here is the weekly time frame on USD CHF. I want you to understand the thought process here. Okay, so basically here we're expecting price to come up right here, retesting previous area of interest, which is also, it's a weekly area of interest. If you look to the left, you know, we got a nice area of interest right here. If we go back, it's also inside that golden zone on the weekly time frame where we expect price to come up, to come down. For me, it's just an extra confluence that this is where price might come back. Okay, so once this is done, you know, I'm like, okay, great. So this is one thing. Second thing, okay, forget about this candle because the trade happened on Wednesday. Okay, so we had this candle finally closing because I took that trade overnight, right? Over Wednesday to Thursday. So we had a nice, I took it Wednesday afternoon, if I'm not wrong. When did I send the trade on Alex chat? Can't remember the time, but anyways, it was during during the day, and I was saying, all right, I hope that this candle closed bearish, because if it closed bearish, I'm good. And this is where I fucked up, because I said, all right, I got an early entry, and if I look to this weekly time frame, look at the RR. I was like, this trade can melt to at least this support, you know, and this is gonna be a massive RR. And this is where greed got in, and I was like, shoot, I shouldn't do that. But you know, sometimes I still get stupid sometimes. You know, it's part of the game. If you look at the daily was bullish. Okay, so that was my only concern. I was going against the trend here, so I knew I was taking a risky trade. So what happened is when I took my trade, when you'll see, you see this bubble here, you'll see later on, first entry was 0.5%. And the reason why is because I knew it was a little risky, because the time frame on the daily was not bearish yet. Okay, that's one thing. And I knew that we had a lot of rejection at that level. But the thing is, when we had the price going bearish, okay, so if you look here, we were bullish, And once price came here bearish, I basically just waited for a pullback here, for a lower high potential to continue down. And this happened. So what happened is I moved down to the lower time frame. This one was, if I'm not wrong, the 30-minute. Right here. Hold on, was it the 1 hour? I can't remember. I should have marked it down. Yeah, 15. Give me 1 sec right here. It has to be on the 30-minute then. Or right here. Oh yeah, right here. I remember. Okay, so this one at 11. And I'm sure if we go back on the chat, on Alex's chat, it's probably at the time I said, oh, I just got in. So the entry was like kind of right here. Actually, the exact entry point was on USD CHF. This was 87,873. 87,873. Right here. Here we go. Perfect. So that's the exact entry price point. And where I fucked up on this chart, I want to show you is because when I place when I put my trade on my MT4, I place my TP line super far because I don't want to place a TP at first because I want to see how it goes. I don't want to I want to leave room, because I don't want to stop at a 2-1 or 3-1, especially that in my mind, I was like, shoot, I got a pretty good entry. And this R can be massive. This can be my trade, because I just had the thing is kind of messed up with my head is that I just had my first 10K day weeks ago. It was before vacation. Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I had my first 10K day. And I was like, oh, shoot, man, this trade can kill, and maybe I can do like 50, So I was like, and when this gets into your head, man, you start to act stupid. And the reality is I should, secure, especially that the trade was going overnight and I'm not there to manage it. I should have placed my TP at 2.5% or 3%, I would be chill, But instead of that, I kind of set and forget, following Alex. Thanks to Alex, not for the loss, for the mentality. Kind of set and forget, but I shouldn't let set and forget about that one. I should have placed my set and forget, but place my TP. So because it would have hit my TP, and it's just like, bang. Now instead of that, I got that turning into a loss, which is kind of stupid. Okay, you should never, 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 never let a winner turn into a loser. This is just my personal opinion, but yeah, it is what it is. So anyways, so long story short, I got my first entry here at 0.5%. And what happened is once price, once price came back up right here around the same area, was it only 1 hour? Oh, why this moved? Whatever. So around the same price area right here, I think, was it from the 15-minute? At around the same, exactly. It was based out of the 15 right here. So this was my second entry. Okay, right here. After this nice engulfing, after the nice doji, hammer-ish doji candle, after this nice engulfing, I was like, all right, let me put my other 0.5%. So total risk was 1%. Okay. And dude, look at this. Look at this. The problem is, look at this. I place, this was the first way how I put my chart. Okay. But the reality, it's wrong. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. Here on my MT4, I got, where is it? USD CHF. So price, we said 87,873. That was correct. Stop loss was 87,961. 87 stop loss 87,961. 87,961, correct. And TP was set at 0,87,479. 0,047. Hold on. 0,087,479. Is that correct? 479. Perfect. So now if you look, this was the exact setup. Okay, the exact entry point, the exact setup. So if you look, if I were to go for a 3-2-1, it would have hit. You know, if I would have placed if I would have placed my chart the correct way, so now it's a big learning. I will not place my entry randomly and place just this tool on my chart without knowing where I'm going. You know, I need to be exact, because if I knew it, I would have placed my TP there during the night. I would be fine. It would have hit. Even like the 2.5 would be super safe. You know, the 2.5 would be right here, boom, right here, and would be fine. You know, like Alex says, you know, 2.5, you know, per week is 10% per month. You know, it's amazing, right? Amazing. So why am I trying to be greedy and stupid about it? I guess it's a human thing. I had that at one point when I was scalping. I was having a lot of problem with greed, and I kind of fixed that. And I don't know why it just came back now, but it is what it is, man. Cheers to that. Hey, sometimes we're stupid. Okay. But now, what happened with this? Okay, let's see if we have any question here, because I think there's comments popping up. I took an L on this too. Oh, sad. What are some indication that will cut your position when in a swing if price start breaking? So yeah, if trades start to break the opposite direction, the trend, maybe I'll cut some position, but most of the time I'm just gonna set and forget, to be honest. Just like if I'm willing, I accept the risk. You know, I accept the risk. Here where I'm mad though is I was in profit, like good profit, like it literally hit. Technically, it would have hit my TP if I would have placed my TP before going to bed, like a dumbass, you know. So that would be beautiful. I would be waking up in the morning and be like, sweet. But instead, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened last night. You know, before the bed, my wife goes like, all right, I'm going to bed. I said, all right, I'm following you. I'm right behind you. I'm just going to go check out my trade. So I look at my trade. I was like, sweet. I'm in profit. Doing good. I look at the daily and the weekly chart, and I actually look at the weekly chart and I start dreaming about the profit. You know, it's like, man, there's a huge RR possibility. You know what? I'm going to go to bed, and magically tomorrow morning, I'm going to be at like a 8-1, you know? Yeah. Stupid enough. I should have placed my TP like the plan was. My plan is mostly like 2.5, 3%. Yeah, 3-1 is usually where I go. The only way I'm not gonna go to 3-1 is if I'm watching the market and I know that, you know, we're looking good. I'm gonna extend it, and if anything come start retracing, I'm just gonna exit at 3-1, and that's it. You know, but especially that I was not there to take a look at it, like. Come on, stupid, you know? So, hey, it is what it is. We learn from our mistake, and this was a pretty good one, having a pretty good trade. And yeah, so ending up losing 1% there. Thank God for the H4 dogtail setup. Did 1% today, so I'm good. And I got my 1% from the day before yesterday. So I'm still 1% up this week, but nothing crazy, right? The market lately has been kind of effy. But the cool thing now is this trade is actually back to this area of interest very nicely. And if you look at this candle here on the weekly time frame, it's closing tomorrow, because tomorrow or Friday. Looks like we might close like a doji, and we got a nice wick to fill here. So I wouldn't be surprised that next week, you know, we start printing a top wick here, you know, top wick here, and we start coming down and fill this wick and start continuing down. Okay, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye still on USD CHF, because I think that, I don't know, we'll see. But the problem now is, you know, not the problem now, the daily was still bullish, you know. So now I would love the daily to go bearish before I get in, but it is what it is. So yeah, so it was risky, and I paid the price. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Any question? Let's see. And after that, we're gonna jump into. I think I got one trade idea I want to share with you guys. Let's see. Hey Sasha, what do you say? Setting 1 to 3 plus. I've worked a lot for you, Dot. That's the thing, not that much, you know. The one that did it, it was because I had like a very, very small stop loss. So I ending up like having like a 6, 7, 8 to 1. Like I think my biggest RR was, if I'm not wrong, I think it was an 8 to 1, and I think that is it's recorded actually because I think it was a live trade. Um, was it a live trade? We'll explain it after. I can't remember, but I think it was like just before the new year. It was like just before the new year. It was December either 30th or like something like that. Yeah, that ending up like a massive trade. You know, I was not looking at trading during that time, but it just happened. The setup was there. I was like, oh shit, let me jump into it. So yeah, it was pretty solid. It was not my biggest money wise trade, but it was my biggest RR trade. Yeah. So my biggest one was actually a couple weeks ago, like a 10K day. That was good. So yeah. So to answer the question, 1 to 3 plus, no. So that's why should I look to that? You know, when I should be super happy with a 3 to 1 or a 2.5 to 1, you know. But that's the thing. Sometimes, you know, your head, you know, after having that 10K day, like, all right, I want more, you know, stupid. I purchased it up for 1 to 3, but I've noticed you have hit lots of high R. I did add some, you know, but is that been working like massively? The answer is no, you know. But yeah, I did couple 5 to 1, you know, I did couple 5 to 1, 4 to 1. But not like crazy, you know, not like crazy. I will be lying if I would say yes. But I did. Did I did it? Yes. It's been, is it been working majority of the time? The answer is no, you know. Or maybe take more most profit at 1 to 3. Would you come into the thing is, yeah, I like the idea of leaving a runner, but at the same time you're kind of fucking up your RR too. So I'm still like jungling in between those two ideas. um if so, I'm just gonna leave like a small runner, like 10% running, um, just to see where it can go and be rewarded for a bit, you know. But I don't think I would close like 50% and let the other 50 run. I think that, because if it reverse, it kind of screwed up all your RR. Or the other thing you can do is put your stop loss in profit, you know, like a 3 to 1. So at least if price comes back up or back down, whatever the situation, at least, you know, you're securing exactly what you wanted to secure. So that can be an idea that I can test. I never really tested it, but I guess that's something maybe it can be tested. Yeah, I don't hate the idea when I'm, you know, that's why I like having those live with you guys, because sometimes, you know, you emerge ideas and try different stuff. And yeah, so yeah, something to look into it, you know. Cheers, guys. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Woohoo! Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Shoot. Okay, let's talk about this trade. I didn't took that trade live, by the way. That's why it's written paper trade. I was not ready to jump back in the market, but I wanted to see if it would work. Looks like beautiful trade. Okay, let's see the thought process and why I was interested in that trade. Okay, so first thing first, let's establish that we are, boom, we are bearish. Okay, so if you look here, price is bearish. Anything in between is just market structure. But thanks to Alex. I will never stop saying thanks to him because he really helped. And that's the first time I had someone explaining this way the market, you know. And basically, we are still bearish. So am I looking for the trend to switch bearish? No, because we already bearish. Now, if you look on the daily time frame, I love working with those lines, also really helps. If you look on the daily time frame, we're clearly bearish. And now on the daily, what I wanted is retest, you know, the previous structure point and previous area of interest. If you look here, we had 2 touch. Of course, here to the left, we got some more. So this is a pretty decent area of interest right here. So I waited for price. There was two areas I was looking for. It was either the retest here, and if it would have broken here and continue, I would be looking at this, this area right here. But looked like it stopped right here. And the other reason why I was interested in this area, it's also in confluence with, let me put this line right here. It's also in confluence with the daily golden zone right here. Okay, so very powerful for myself. I really love this. So I was like, all right, great. So we got the weekly bearish, the daily bearish. We're rejecting a daily area test, rejecting a fib, a golden zone. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. So 4-hour went bullish. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I was not ready to jump into it, but it's something I'm testing a bit more now. I know Alex actually explained that at one point. I was not ready to test it yet. So that's why I'm back testing it in a live trading, in a live market, right? Without trading it, obviously, without taking the live trade, but still placing my trade exactly on how I would have been placing it on my MT4 just to see if it would work, okay? So in this case, we got the weekly and the daily bearish. We got 2 time frame in sync that are back-to-back, following each other. The 4-hour is bullish, okay? So usually back then I was waiting for basically the 4-hour to go back here, retest here to continue down, okay? Here, this is a little bit more aggressive way to do it is waiting, waiting for the structure switch on the lower time frame. Geez, the Frenchies are having a hard time. All right, so anyways, so the 4-hour is bullish, as you see. But if you go back on the 1-hour, if you look here, the 1-hour went bearish, okay? So if you look here, we got the 1-hour creating higher high, higher low, whatever, here, boom. And we finally broke under here, became bearish. Now, if you look on the 30-minute, was it on the 15? Oh, the 2-hour, yeah. The 2-hour, I usually base those one on the 30-minute, 1-hour, or 2-hour. This one was on the 2-hour. 2-hour, right, nice engulfing, turning the 2-hour bearish. The 30-minute is bearish at that time. Everything is bearish on the lower time frame except for the H4. So I was like, all right, what about the day trade that you aim for a 2.5, put stop above the 2-hour, which is a 20, I'll put 5 pips above. So it's a 25 pips stop loss, enter on the opening of the candle, and yeah, let it go down. And look like it's playing out pretty nicely here. The other way to grab this would wait for the H4 to flip bearish. So again, I'm still going to be looking at this trade because if you look on the daily here, we're getting right here in this support, which is going to be tricky. So that's why the TP is right here also. Okay. Yeah. So any question about that one, let me know. So I think AUD USD was a pretty good idea here. Yeah, Euro AUD right at the daily area of interest. Let's see. So we got a weekly bullish. Okay, we got a weekly bullish. We got the daily bullish. Actually, daily is bearish now. Shoot. All right, so now we need the daily to go back bullish. Okay, so I'm not really interested right now. Let me see. I think there's a question popping up. I don't see it here. Do you use H4 time frame for area of interest as well, Sasha? No, not really. If I scalp or intraday, yes, but not really. On H4, I will look mostly for the fib to see where can be my higher low potential or lower high potential. Let's say I'm on H4. I'm gonna try to find a good example here. Give me one sec. Let's see here. Let me try to find that. Yeah, the market's being a little funky lately. This looks pretty good. Anyways, let's say that here it's not a good example, but let's say that, okay, let's do something like this. Okay, so let's say that we don't have the information after. I love using the golden zone on the H4 because it helped me to see where price might react. And I was like, all right, great. So price, this area can be my potential higher low to buy, you know. So I don't really use the area of interest on H4, but I do use the fib to find out approximately where can I have my higher low potential, lower potential. Hopefully that answered the question. Oh, let me close this. How do we close this? What the fuck? What did I do? Why do I close this replay thing? Oh, here, I guess. Here. Yes. Okay. Uh, sorry, guys. Let me see. Do I have like, yeah, NZD man, NZD for people who've been watching the live stream for a while. I've been looking at this pair since like March, if I'm not wrong, like somewhere around here. I've been calling this pair. I've been waiting for this to hit the weekly golden zone. And it's funny because actually Alex talked about it recently in one of the swing um, Sunday swing, and I was like, damn, I was looking at this pair for so long, and yeah, now we're under this area, so I don't know, man. But except that, I don't have a lot of trade ideas for this week. Like the market's being effy, to be honest. Like nothing crazy. GJ, GJ, GJ might be good. We're getting into that weekly structure, retest of this previous structure. Um, but we shall see. Right now, the data is bearish. So are we going to be go lower? We don't know yet. Okay. Check out gold. You see, gold is exactly where I wanted gold to sell. Okay. So if you see here, this is exactly what I was waiting for. Retest of previous structure. Inside that golden zone. So now we got a doji candle on the daily. Let's talk. Actually, let's delete that fib level. It's confusing. Look like the 4-hour right now is bearish. Okay. Bearish pullback. Okay. What about the 2-hour, 1-hour? Oh, shoot. 1-hour. 1-hour right now is 1-hour right now is bullish. Did we close under here? Okay, we're bearish. Did we close above? Okay, we're bearish on 1-hour. Okay, we're good. 30-minute. Did we close under? We're good. Just don't like this shit here. Let's see. 2-hour. Yeah, it looked like a nice like shampoo pattern. I call the shampoo pattern, the head and shoulder. But yeah, at the end of the day, I would not be taking any trades before we break under this area, like under the support. Let's place a line. I want price to do something like this to continue down. Nothing before. Yeah, this is just me. I don't actively trade gold, so that's why I'm not, risking that much. Because gold is a bitch, man. Gold's is different species. I scalp gold a lot. I still do sometimes, but I don't think I took any swing trade on gold. And I'm not planning on, because gold is just like it moves so much. It moves so much, and one fucking news, one tweet about anything about the U.S. market, man, gold is going like poop or down. So I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to be. I don't want to nothing. I don't want to have nothing to do with this. So I prefer to stick with the regular pair. To be honest, I love watching gold. Because it's fun to watch. Because it moves quick, right? Don't get me wrong. But not swing trading. Scalp, fine, but I personally not interested in swing. And hats off to people who actually swing gold. Good for them. I'm not really interested. All right, so time to update this line right here. Looks good. Euro GBP above. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. So the weekly is still bearish. The daily is now bullish. Let's update this. Daily higher high and daily higher low. Perfect. Okay. So daily is bullish. 4 hour is bullish. Interesting. So here's a good, nice trade idea. I cannot place my fib yet because we don't have a bearish candle, but I would definitely wait for that pullback. I'll definitely wait for that pullback either here or a little lower, which is going to be retesting these area. When someone asked me about the, if I look at the area of interest on H4, that would be the only time where I'm going to be looking at is to look where it can be prime. But if you look, let's say that this candle goes bearish. That means I'm going to be able to place my fib. And what's the odds that we are right in line inside my golden zone right here? You know, right in line. So that would be massive. That would be a massive trade. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye on Euro GBP. Yeah. Okay, so that's the only trade I'm thinking I'm going to be looking for tomorrow. Yeah, the only one. And hopefully next week, main market goes back to a little bit normal. But yeah. Let me see here. Do we have any question here? My chart is identical. Perfect, man. Good job, man. Can you explain the area of interest that is at right now? What time frame did you draw that on? You're talking about Euro GBP, right? Oh, it was on gold. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that was way back. Hold on. Let me try to find out. Right here. That's the previous structure on the weekly time frame. Golds tend to respect a lot of those retests. From what I've been seeing for the past couple of years, loves to retest the previous structure. You're welcome. Yep, you're welcome, Alan. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So short and sweet. 46. Oh shit, man. We've been for 46 minutes. Damn. So hopefully, man, you guys appreciate this. And if you do, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And we're going to be live again Tuesday morning for a live trading session. Starting around like 7:30 a.m. So make sure to tune in. And again, we're going to start again those every week, Tuesday morning live trading and Thursday night Forex stock review. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate every single one of you. Everyone watching the replay, also make sure to smash the like button. Cheers. Have a great night.